What's good, everyone? I'm VenomousStare, and I am back with something great today. It is Serral versus Dark. Now, we saw Game 1 yesterday on my channel, and if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check that out because this is a best of 5, and when you see series like this that are best of 5 or best of 7, oftentimes the way that the games play out is very important to the context of the series. And this is even more true with mirror matchups because the early game build orders can be extraordinarily important. Last game was a great example of this. Dark went for pretty much the most aggressive build you can do in ZvZ, which is the 1 base gas pool with early ling speed and 1 base baneling aggression. Back in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, this was really just like a 10 pool baneling all in. But in Legacy, you start with more workers, so this is kind of the Legacy adaptation to that build. And Dark is going for hatchery first, so he cheeses in the opening game and beats Serral, who is trying to go hatch first. And then he forces Serral to go the safe variation of ZvZ builds, which is pool first. So if you're new to the game, I will explain the basic ZvZ combat triangle. And this applies to all of StarCraft 2 in a more general sense. So pretty much, then this is a generality, so don't freak out in the comment section down there. There are 3 ways to play StarCraft 2 in general: cheesy, greedy, or safe. So greedy, in this case, is hatchery first, taking the hatchery on 17 before the pool or the gas. This gives you the best economy. Now, this is really just greedy in the context of the example in the 3 builds. Hatchery first is actually the standard build that you newbie Zerg players should really be aiming to do in general. But focusing on ZvZ and the context of this series, the safe build is what we saw Serral do this game. The 15 poolish, maybe 17 poolish, where you take the pool, take the gas, and then take the hatch. This allows you to get earlier lings and play safe, and this build counters what we saw Dark do in Game 1, which is the gas first, cut drones super hard, make a quick pool, get quick ling speed and quick bane nest, and apply a lot of pressure off of 1 base. The reason that the 15 slash, I keep calling it 15 pool because that's what it was in Wings of Liberty, but the reason the safe pool first opener works well is because your pool will finish whenever their lings are incoming if they're doing the aggressive build that we saw Dark do in Game 1. So what does it mean for this game? As we see, we haven't missed a damn thing, as both players are pretty much doing the exact same thing across the board, except for the opening builds, which I'm about to punchline to. This is turning into like a disaster level thing set up. And here we go, some micro engagements, as Serral does lose a ling there, and Dark has a slight ling advantage, 4-1, but Serral will get away. So what does it mean? Well, Dark cheesed Serral in Game 1 and beat him, so Serral was kind of scared and worried about cheese, so he played safe and did pool first, the safe variation. Well, Dark played greedy, went for hatchery first, and got an early game advantage. Don't worry guys, we didn't miss anything while I was doing that entire spiel. As it stands, both players have taken a 3rd base, and it looks like Serral is gearing up to do some aggression. Now, he doesn't have any banes at the moment, so really what he can do is limited. 2 banes are about to finish, but Dark is a top tier Korean pro gamer. He's not the kind of player to just die to ling bane pressure. 2 banes are going to do the infamous ZvZ dance where they don't really want to explode on each other because it's 2 banes to kill a bane, so it's kind of peculiar. 2 more banes for Dark are coming. That was a nice little swing by, and it looks like Dark is kind of running lings up top here. And some canceling going down. Dark is actually pressuring pretty well. Bane's being morphed here by Serral at the base of the ramp, and it looks like Serral is in a lot of trouble here. As Dark is doing a lot of damage, he swung in up on this north side with the Bane attack, and suddenly Serral's losing lots of drones. Serral is trying to pump out lings, but it's not really working, and 2 banes get traded for 2 banes, but 3 come in here for Dark. This could be crucial as 1 goes down, 1 gets a decent hit, and the 3rd gets a pretty damn good hit as Serral stacked his drones up. Look at the supply disparity, as Todd would say, look at the supply. And notice the 3rd is up here for Dark. The third was in peril there for Serral. And what do you know? The foreign Zerg was not able to hold up to Dark, and we saw Dark really, the key maneuver of that game was he hid some banes up here, and right when Serral was retreating after losing the skirmish over here, Dark hit him in the mouth with the banes, and ZvZ is a very razor's edge type matchup where if you lose your footing, you can lose the game. This is even more true when you're playing top tier Korean pro gamers who make it very far in the GSL. So Serral is no slouch. He is #1 on EU ladder, and he will do what he can to come back. He is down 0-2 in this best of 5, so the subsequent game will be up. Make sure you subscribe for more and leave a like rating.